Okay. Hello and welcome to my everything I made my first year of art school. This is my face. I was not going to show my face on social media because that's scary. If you know me in real life, no you don't watch this video. It's very cringe, but yeah, I decided that I don't really care anymore. So this is me. So I don't know, I'm walking around. I wanted to look at everything that I've made since it's pretty much the end of the year. I take finals this upcoming week and next week, and then I'm done with my freshman year. So yeah, let me go grab one. Okay y'all, I'm popping in to give a disclaimer before we get any farther into this video. I have scoliosis. When I watched the footage back, I was very humbled, to say the least, because it is very apparent that I have scoliosis. And I basically just wanted to remind everybody to be nice to me and not say anything about it because I will cry myself to sleep. And remember, I can't help it, and I just have a terrible spine, and yeah, be nice. Just ignore it. Nobody say anything about it. Yeah. So I first took drawing one, and that's what all of these are, plus a sketchbook I did, but I'll probably make a separate video about that. But I had to buy this big thing from Hobby Lobby. It was only like $15, so it was fun. It's a big mess in here. It's covered in charcoal. But yeah, let me see if I can start with some of the first stuff we did. Okay, this is really dirty. So first we started off just drawing the figure body thing we had. I remember I was like proud of this. I was like, oh, I kind of know what I'm doing, but it's not that good. But yeah, there's that. A lot of random papers. This was for drawing too, so I don't know what's in there. I remember this, we just set up objects, I had to draw them, it was really hard. This looks really bad. I don't know why I chose to draw this terrible fan. It was not good. I didn't really think I improved this year, and I still kind of don't think I improved this year, but after seeing that, maybe I did. Let's see, what is this? Oh. We weren't allowed to use color, so we could only use ink. So this was just like some ink studies we did. I remember we sat on the floor to do this, and it was really uncomfortable. We have desks, but for some reason he wanted us to sit on the floor. So that was really cool. Then we had to take a reference photo of our first big still life. And these are the objects I chose. I love like the reference picture I chose and all that, but the final of it was kind of terrible. So let me pull that out. Let me find it. Oh. Okay. So here's that. The carpet, I think, is what really threw me off and ruined it for me. It was just way too complex of a carpet pattern for me to do. But I am happy with like the brush, the brush, and kind of the book, like the dress, but overall it was a flop. I remember I got really frustrated working on it, and for some reason I was really afraid to like go in and work at the studio. So I would like take this and I would just stick it on the wall over there, and I got charcoal all over the carpet. I don't like working with charcoal, would not recommend. I know like you kind of have to because you have to explore all mediums, but it was not fun. So that project took a really long time, and so for the rest of the semester we like just rushed through things. So the rest of what I'm going to show you is not that good. Click off the video now. First we just have random pieces of paper. I'm making a big mess, I'm just throwing things. This was like a rough gesture of that still life I did. I don't know. we did have a lesson on like perspective, kind of. We never really did anything with it. Hey, that's kind of cool. Hey, okay, that one was kind of fire. This was another gesture thing. We had to like use a continuous line and draw our hands with a continuous line. It's interesting. I don't think anything's in. Nope, nothing's in between there. More perspective stuff. I really felt like I had already done this type of stuff in high school, so I was not very invested in it. Oh, okay, this. So I remember this was right around Thanksgiving break, so I had to take this home to work on it, and it got all over my carpet there too. But we had to draw a place. I was really happy with like the water and the bricks, but then I ruined it with these vines. But this was my place I chose. Honestly, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It also, for a piece that like traveled with me to and from my house 3 hours away, kind of okay. What else is in here? More. There's just a random colored pencil. Oh, I'm so sad I don't have that with me. These are just random like notes. I'll put an image on the screen. Well, I'll talk about that last. This was like the reference image for my final in that class, and I actually loved that piece. So I don't have it with me though because it's on display. I think this is the last thing in here. This is a jump scare. I'm warning you right now. I'm gonna draw a self-portrait. Terrible. Bro, what is that? What is that? And yeah, I hate it. It's really ugly. And yeah. I remember we went to critique and I wasn't happy with it. And then my professor was like, yeah, like your like shoulders are really off. And I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of funny because bro literally didn't correct me the entire time I was doing it in class. So I was kind of salty about that because I was like, well, if you knew this was a problem and you saw me doing it incorrectly in class, why did you not say anything? Why did you tell me I was doing a good job? When obviously I was not. So I hated that. But yeah. And then I don't know what this is. More reference photos. But yeah. I'll put an image on the screen of what my final for this looked like. I was really happy with it. And it was called Who's This Diva? But right now it's on display, so I don't have it. Okay. My floor is a big mess. Moving on to drawing 2, which I took this semester. We started off with lots of gesture drawings and stuff. I actually thought like I was like kind of eating at these, and I was kind of happy. So you had to pick like a triangle, like I want to say composition. Composition the right word? Yeah. So I picked that one. This is just a big mess. Oh, here we go. Okay. So we had to do like rough model sketches and drawings. Typical art school stuff. I actually really like this because I felt like I was doing a good job and like I knew what I was doing. So that was a sleigh and my thing. I think this one's the next one in order. This one, I remember I was so happy. I'm not holding this with this one. Like the ice skate was so fun to draw. And I loved it. And I was really proud of this one. Yeah, I still like this one. It's also in purple, and that's my favorite color, so that always helps. Oh, this is just a page of scribbles. And then the one I'm about to show you next, we had to use Pan Pastel. If you have ever used Pan Pastel, I'm so sorry. You are entitled to financial compensation because Pan Pastel is so hard and I hate it. So remember how the other ones were kind of good? Just remember that when you see this one, okay? What is this? Brother, what is this? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, it's not terrible. Like the texture on this like blanket thing is fine, but like, what is this? What is this? But we had to use Pan Pastel for one. And yeah, I'm never using paint pastel again. Okay, then this one, out of like that study thing, probably my favorite. I was really happy with it. Ice skates are so fun to draw. If you ever need to draw something, draw an ice skate. But yeah, I made this one and I loved it and it was fun. So in drawing one, we weren't allowed to use any color, and then drawing two, we were allowed to use color, and I love using color. I don't like drawing in black and white, it's lame. So I was really happy, and also like I feel like I'm more of a painter. That's what I want to like emphasize, like concentrate in. Yeah. And so I was happy because we got to paint. So we had to choose like a color, so I chose red because like I'm a baddie and baddies choose red. And so that was just some random stuff. And then this was my finished first painting and drawing too. It was just with ink. We weren't allowed to use actual paint. We were just allowed to use ink. But I remember like I had something going on over here, and like it was the day before it was due. And I was sitting at my desk right here. You can't see it, but there's a desk right here. And I like was so frustrated with it, and I was like, you know, I'm just gonna cover it up. And then like in critique the next day, they were like, I love how you did that. It just draws your eye right here. And I was like, yeah, that was definitely my intention. You're so right. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. They really liked it. And I was like, okay, maybe I'm kind of good at painting, but I feel like I've done better paintings than this, but I don't know. Let's see. Okay. I feel like we did projects in between there. Yeah, we did, but oh, they're in my backpack. Give me 1 second, y'all. Yes, there we go. What are these? Oh, okay, these are after, so I guess I can't show this one. This one was our big still life with colored pencils. We had to pick like 5 items that like represented us. So this is mine. Got knockoff Tums. I accidentally ripped this today, so just pretend like this isn't there. Then we have my Temu dinosaur. It's supposed to be like those Walmart weighted dinosaurs, but my boyfriend got it off Temu and it said it was weighted and it's not. Here, let me get him. He's actually so cute. I love him. But, hey. He's kind of perfect. Then we have Essie Nail Polish Crochet Hook Tomato Soup. If I've eaten anything this semester, or I guess this whole year, it's been tomato soup. But yeah, I'm happy with this one. I was not happy with the background. It was supposed to be a different background and then I kind of gave up, but I'm not mad about it. Then from there, we did abstractions. Some people love abstract art. I don't hate it. No, I'm lying to you. Don't listen to me. We did this project with chairs where we had to draw a bunch of chairs. So we put like different lighting on the chairs and then had to draw them. I don't know why I'm repeating myself. There's supposed to be a third one of this, but I can't really find it. So maybe, I don't know. Anyways, I hated this project. I feel like I'm saying I hated every project. I did enjoy some of the projects, but not this one. Oh, these were my 2 good ones. I probably won't show you the third one because the third one was an abstraction and I gave up. So yeah, chairs with cool lighting. That was pastel and colored pencils. Fire. Anyways, then we did abstractions. So we did this weird like color mixing thing. Y'all, I was not locked in for this class. I did not care. I was like, why am I mixing colors in college? That's stupid. I know it's not stupid because like everybody's at different levels. You have to learn the basics, but like I remember just sitting there and being like, why am I doing this for an hour and a half? No, 2 hours. Like, not my thing. Anyways, so we had to pick like 3 places and abstract them. So this was my first abstraction. I actually kind of like this. Maybe I'll insert. I'm getting real like thinking highly of myself with my editing skills. I don't know if I know how to insert a picture, but if I do insert a picture, it'll be here of what the space was like inspired by. So I got this one, this one probably my favorite. I did a piece that's actually won something in our show that I'll talk about later, but this one, and then this one. I guess I'll put like what spaces they're supposed to be. I didn't really love this project, but I didn't hate it as much as I thought. Because at first when she was like, we're doing abstract stuff, I was like, no. I haven't even mastered realism. I don't even know what I'm doing like with realism stuff. But it's kind of fun. Kind of fun. Low-key kind of fun. Okay. Then, after that, we did collage. So, our first collage was this. And you had to throw like trash that you collected on a piece of paper and then glue it down where it like landed. Low-key cheated and I glued it down where I thought it looked better, but they're never gonna know. Then you gotta do like mark making and like sewing. So there's that. And then my second collage was of the same place that one of the abstractions was. So it was my hammock with like my feet up. And that one was so fun to make. I'm very proud of that one. That one won me a $100 scholarship. So thank you, school. But so it's up on display right now. I'll insert a picture of it if I know how to do that. And that one was my favorite. And then we made one about like beauty standards. And literally the only magazines we had to work from were like airplane magazines. So that's why it's got some airplane stuff in here. But I remember when this one got critiqued, they were like, there's not really like hand-drawn stuff. But maybe it's because I didn't realize I painted like the drooping dead flowers. I don't know. But I was like, bro, I swear I painted and did stuff on here. But yeah, there's that one. Okay. Then after that, we did a big collage. And this collage, we had the theme of beauty versus like repulsion, like beauty and repulsion. And I feel like my concept for it was very far off. Like people will see it and be like, I don't get it, but like it makes sense to me. And then for critique, and I explained it and like it made sense to the class. So like I think I'm in the clear. I haven't got my grade on it, but let me just show you. This was my big collage. I'm realizing how like big I made my forehead in this. So I need to take a figure painting class or drawing class. But basically it was inspired of like the beauty and like growing up. But like also it's like repulsion of like you're no longer like your little, that's me, your little self, sort of. And I kept seeing this Instagram reel of like this movie. And it's like this girl and like I don't think it's not supposed to be the younger version of herself. It's just like a younger girl she's babysitting and they're in this like tilt-a-whirl teacup. And like the older girl's like crying and like I don't know, that's what it's inspired by. So it's supposed to be big me and little me in a teacup. This is supposed to be that thing you like twist it. It does not come across as that and I totally get that. The background was also supposed to be like a carnival in the background and I feel like that would have helped people get the concept more, but that didn't work out. So it's just like abstract background. A lot of people really liked the background and they liked all like the textures I included. A lot of people thought it was like me in space, like on the moon, which like totally could be whatever you think it is, like for sure. But it's not supposed to, but I kind of like that. So whatever you think it is, it can be. But yeah, people liked my meaning. I really liked doing like the clothing. I used to have this Hello Kitty fit. It was pretty fire. I totally like messed up on this face, but I like glued stuff. Oh, we're getting close and personal, but yeah, there's that. And then the last thing is my final. I feel like I did more work, like I just don't have it, or like I lost it, or it's on display. So I also took a sculpture class, so I'll insert all of the stuff I did in there if you're interested. It's not really that good, but and I'll insert like the pieces that I have on display right now. But this is my final. I just have like the rough layer on it, and I really need to like work on it and lock in. But basically we had to pick an artist from a list she gave us. So I picked Lucian Freud. Yes, he is the grandson of Sigmund Freud, the like freaky guy who was like every boy is in love with his mom sort of thing, that guy. So he's the grandson, and he was a really cool painter and I love his style of painting. So we had to pick him, and I had to write an essay about him. My essay is bad. But then you have to like paint, well, you have to draw inspired by his work. So like I noticed that he always paints people kind of from a distorted angle. I don't know, go look at his work, it's really good. And then in a lot of his paintings he has like people in bed with like a pet. Like there's one I'm thinking of, maybe if I know how to insert, I'll insert a picture of it, of like a lady and like a dog. So this is my sister and this is her cat, Tiggy. He's a legend. But I guess maybe I'll make a video. I don't know. I'll talk about it sometime when it's done. I probably should have made this video when I was like done, but like my roommate is gone right now and it's too awkward to film when she's here. I love her, she's a baddie, but like it's awkward to talk to a phone right now. But yeah, that's what it's gonna be. I don't know if I have anything else to say. Art school is interesting. Technically, I'm art education, but like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I'm just here. I'm about to leave. I'm about to have to move all this out. But yeah, let me show you the mess I made on my floor.